how to do the extended Maraudon pull. You need basically the same things as last time. And a bit of nature protection. Same talents as before. Consumables, the same really. A couple of mana potions are nice. I mean, I've just looted these from a run a while ago, so I just keep them in my inventory and use them if I need them. I like to have lips. There's 2 spots where lips can be really helpful if you make a mistake, and it's always better to pop a lip and spend 5 gold than it is to die while doing a boost. Excuse me. Yeah, you can pretty much walk past all of these mobs, but if you do pull them, I'll just do an example now. Doesn't really matter. Okay, I'll just pull it that way then. They have like a reset point once you've dropped down on the edge, so don't worry too much. These big rocks, if you pull them, these big guys, if you pull them on the actual pull, they tend to reset these small packs, and these small packs are quite good. They drop elemental earth, they drop solid stone, so stuff for nature protection, sharpening stones, sapper charges, so generally really useful raid consumable materials. Make sure you've got blink ready for when you do this jump, and if you've got lag, you might die on the way. So there you go, combat just dropped, so it's not a problem. And this guy's offline. Let's just wait a second. I'm speaking to him on Discord. It's apparently hard for him to log back in, so we'll just wait a quick second, see if I can think of anything to say. Set lips, consumables, make as many mana gems as possible. MP5 gear. This pull is legit like 15-20 minutes long. So if you are using MP5 gear, like MP5 on braces, I've enchanted it, the useless mage trinket that's really useful for this. I've even known to weapon swap that for the ZG weapon. There you go, he's back now, so let's start the pull. I don't think there's anything else I've missed that you should do. So I do a frostbolt on there, and then I do a rank 1 blizzard on that, just to get them all slowed, so they're all grouped up and nice. Now the rest of the pull, the whole pull, is just about having mana, having mobs on you, not getting them too far away from you, and keeping them grouped up. So mana being a big one of this. So I tend to just try and pull us when they're quite far away. With Arcane Explosion, I've got the 5 set, so it's quite nice for that. Because tier 2 increases the size of it. But as you can see, my mana's barely gone down. I'm almost back up to full mana. There you go, full mana. So if you can keep doing that the whole way through, it's quite good. Blink costs a lot of mana. That's 425 mana. That's quite a lot, considering like the amount of mana you have. I only got like 7k or something. So I don't like to use blink. If you have scrolls of spirit, they're also quite nice. A priest gave me spirit buff from the group though, so it's fine. As you can see, I haven't blinked once yet. I'm only going to blink when I do a blizzard, and the blizzards that I do are to keep them grouped, slow them, obviously slow, but like get it all ready, you know. So I do this one here. Should slow, keep it going for a little bit. When they come close to me, come out, I'm going to pull that group on the side, and then I'm going to pull that group behind me. Come up here, blink should be off in just a second, I might get hit once. Then do it on the corner right there. You catch everything down there, and it pulls that little bottom group down there. Get it all slowed and grouped up. And so it's quite nice. Watch out for mana, use mana gems when you feel you need to. Like, try and use them on cooldown, especially when you're getting used to the pull. You really don't want to not have mana. Like, obviously as a mage, it's your main thing of everything. It does your blizzards, it does your CCs, it does your slows. So that should let that catch up with the back group. And then I'll do another blizzard just to control it in a second. But blizzarding the tips of groups, I'll just pop a mana gem. Blizzarding the tips of groups is the best way to have the group grouped up properly, like fully grouped. So as you can see, this is nearly fully grouped up now in one little ball. So I tend to do a counter spell on this group here, and I just try and get to jump over the edge here, and don't wait too long, just drop down. You lose a little bit of health, just use a bandage. You can either make mage weave ones from doing the pull, or I just have heavy rune cloth. I like heavy rune cloth because it's quick to get it full. Now try and aim the blizzard here so that you're getting not only the edge but like everything in it. So there we go, like that. See, everything's slowed, the whole group and the thing behind it. That was just the tip, so they're going to be quite quickly behind me as well. These mobs silence, so I don't like to actually body pull them. You can do, and you'll resist most of the silences. But again, it's not nice when you get silenced. But the aim is again to just try and have like a ball behind you, and that's what I've pretty much got there. So that's okay. That's good. Now hydras, these are absolutely fucking horrible. I hate them. They can literally one-shot you. So I try and pull as many as possible for this run. Right, can I get that one? Counterspell that one. Like, you can just run through this. Don't worry about getting hydras. Like, you don't have to get as many hydras as you can. I just like to. So if you're doing it by yourself, while you're just practicing, just try and run through. You'll have 2 hydras on you, so you'll have the lovely hydra experience of the massive attack range, the fact that they can thrash you and kill you in one hit. They do body pull, so as you run through a group, they will attack and stick to the group. Now we're coming up to the point where you might need to use a lip. So make sure your potions are off cooldown for this bit, because if you have to use a lip here, it's gonna save your life. So there's 2 places that you might need to use it. First of all is on the bridge. I've fallen down here many times. Might do it again. It is what it is. But so tab target the guy beneath there. You can jump and get a counter spell like that. Okay, if you fall off, you need to run through all those mobs, and it's best if you just got a lip, and you can just lip through the mobs. This is the next part. You don't have to pull these groups. I like to, but it's very risky. You can die here. So if you have to pop a lip here, very good point to pop a lip, or you can just do what I did there. Nova as you come round. And you know, I made it through, but my finger was over my keybind for lip. Those 2 groups there, not recommended to pull. If you're practicing this, do not pull them unless you're confident in doing what I just did there. Really don't pull them. You can die, and it's not fun. So now I do like this thing. We pulled that group of snakes from the bottom, so I want to try and slow this and make a ball up here. Okay. And the reason I want to make a ball is so that they all line up together. So all the mobs from the bottom, that last group, I want them to fall in line with this group. They'll aggro the turtles. They'll pull a whole group if you aggro one like that. So you'll see that they all come after me. Which is fine, doesn't matter. So now, you've done a lot of rank 1 blizzards on these mobs, so some of them are quite low. But here, you go in the water and they actually reset the health, provided you've gone in the deep water. So, let's see if I can target one that's quite high. There you go, that one, right? So, now they should go back to full health, just like that. So it really doesn't matter if you've taken them quite low. Now, you're back to the normal Marauding pull, except you have a large number of mobs behind you. So I like to fire blast this dude, pull it over here, so I can get a Frost Nova on the whole group there. Blink straight away. If your shields are low or off, whatever, just put on a new one. It doesn't really matter at this point. Rank 1 Frostbolt. That dude, he'll pull through this guy here on the side, the one I marked with the star, and that'll aggro that. So you can get a Cone of Cold on all of those. You can do a Frostbolt on this. Blink up here. and get a frostbolt on that dude. If you pull sisters, there's a way of surviving them quite easily. Counterspell that guy at the back, and frost nova here. So if you pull sisters on a pull like this, normally it's like rip, you're dead. You have to go reset. No, you don't. And don't try and get. If you time your blinks like I'm doing, you're pretty much using it on cooldown, and you're getting up, and you're keeping a good distance, and you're keeping the mobs groups. Anyway, sorry. If you pull the sisters, sheep one at any point you can, and just carry on the pull. And then you can sheep another one. They will reset, and they'll take a few mobs with them, but it doesn't really matter. It's better to have a few mobs reset than not. I like to hit the slimes. I don't know why. I've just got into a habit of hitting them. I'm just going to Nova here, because those two guys are behind me. There we go. Counterspell pull that. I always counterspell it because of the GCD in case you've got one of the big guys behind you. They can stun you, and so I like to have my GCD ready for a blink there, because, well, you've got a good group behind you. So sort of come up to this point here. This is quite important. Bandage first. Health is a lot harder to get back than mana, so you don't even need to evocate. Like, I'll do a blizzard here. There'll be some spitter things there. They'll shoot at me now, and it'll give me mana. Anyway, so they're all slowed. Okay. So you don't have to blink at that point if you're using a swiftness as Zanzar. I like to anyway. I prefer to have a little bit more distance. I can keep grouping them up properly later. So rank 1 frostbolt on that dude. Counterspell, fire blast. You can get it all in one go, and you can pull off 3 groups. It's quite cool. I leave all these trees, so I don't aggro the trees. They'll body pull in the next one, and the ones that aren't pulled, I actually go through and pull them on the next path. I've noticed that the more trees you have on you, the more likely that they're going to reset. So I try and just keep as few trees as possible. You see a lot of videos where people are pulling all the trees and da-da-da-da. I think it's because I do this. I pull that one, and then I pull this one. Get them grouped up, do a Chrono Cold Snap, put on a new shield. Then come around here, get a Frost Nova off. Very important not to blink, but if you've done the 180 pull, you'll know that this is another danger zone. I'll probably aggro this tree here, but you don't have to, it doesn't matter. They can stun, so in a second, you face away from the group. So I like to do a blizzard on the corner there, just to aggro the group that we pulled from underneath. Then a rank 1 blizzard on that group down there. Then I like to do a blizzard on the side there. This next side blizzard is aimed to get everything all nice and slowed. Ready to get another blizzard off on the last group there. Then we've aggroed the whole room. So get a Frost Nova off there, it keeps you a bit of distance. Now, if you've got a big train, you might want to wait a little bit, and if you've got a bit of distance. If not, just run to the edge here and do an Arcane Explosion to get them, and do that. It cuts that group in half, so they should be nice and grouped up for me. Once you hit the ground, blink. Don't blink before you hit the ground, or else you're not going to do it. Okay, they're running, so I just want to make sure that they run back into the group, so I'm going to target them. Okay. If you're doing repeat runs, here is the point where I like to make a bit of mana gems. Don't really need mana at this point, so you can make a couple. Always nice, even if you're just doing a solo run, like, you might need that mana later. Okay, now a lot of them are above you, just blink under this bridge and you shouldn't get hit by anything. You've got to blink. If you run under that bridge with the mobs above you, you will just get instantly deleted. They'll all hit you. So, I'll pull him in a second. Wand the tree down there. And then wait for the group to come up here. Now, I don't want him to run away. I'd rather have him with me. This guy can do a slow. So watch out. Blizzard on the group on the corner. So there you go, it's slowed, but keep a PvP trinket on you and you can just instantly remove it. No worries. I like to run right into this corner here and then blink across. Again, it's these little diagonal things like that that just help the group be grouped. It's not big differences, but if you do 10 little differences and they make it like 1 or 2 mobs hitbox grouped up a little bit better each time, then after the whole run it's quite nice. So this is when I start pulling the rest of the trees. So do that. Like again, we're just cutting across here, and then we turn over here and blink. It's not a big difference, but you see they're just grouping up a little bit more. So it's all about getting that final grouping point and having them as bunched up as possible. So walk up here, do a rank 1 blizzard there, target one of the demons there, and then face this way. Once you're happy with the blizzard, do a counter spell and then tab and do a fire blast. That's really important because you can literally just tab it every time. It's really nice. I do something here that I haven't seen other people do. So for example, I actually go right to the edge here and I walk all the way around. I don't see other mages doing this. They kind of run right to the edge there to get a drop down. I actually do this, making sure I've got all the mobs on me. Cut in, jump, turn, blink, and I'm there. They're a bit close to me, but I mean, I think I've needed to lip maybe once or twice in a few hundred runs, so it's not that bad. I'm just going to ice block off this. A couple of mobs are low. This is another important thing. If you get them low, they're going to be a problem for you. So don't over blizzard. It probably didn't reset when I went into the water. Now you can blizzard here and get them all slowed, but to be honest, it's just about helping it get grouped. I'm pretty comfortable with the grouping there, so I'm going to frostbot that guy, and then blink up the tunnel. Make sure you put a mage armor on. Even if you're blizzarding on the side there, don't use your nature protection potion straight away. Just pop it in the tunnel. Otherwise, you're wasting it on time, not on the kill phase. Okay, I didn't hit to get the tree there because you remember me saying I like to walk past it. Now, kite them around, get another one of these circles going off, or diagonals, cut across, and look at that grouping. And having it nice and tightly grouped is how you make it easy. So, put on shields at this point. Make sure you've got a dampen magic on. You don't want to do this without dampen magic. It's a real pain. So you got time here if you want to bandage or whatever. When they reach that pillar, which they've just reached now, that's the point that you move on. Again, you can blink here if you need to or want to or feel like it, because you actually have enough distance if you followed the exact pathing that I've done. Personally, don't like to blink here. Too many times I've been deleted at the wrong point, so I just like to blink here. Okay, so I like to try and stand a bit further back, and this will make the imps like try and run up the side here. But I'm going to get my next blizzard off there, but I'm going to move forward and get it off now. Wait for everything to run through this. Okay, there we go. Everything's run through. Now drop down and go to the back edge here. I go to the back edge every time. Even though the Hydra sometimes won't hit you on this bit or whatever, every time I go to the back edge. Okay, we've now basically got everything grouped, so now we can just kill it. Really easy to kill now. Don't let them get too close, like that's close enough. You've got plenty of room on this edge to kill stuff, so there's no real need to get any killing, to let them get close. I let that one dude get close because he had like 2 health, so I just waited till he got close, did not get an explosion. As you can see, I don't have many spitty things attacking me. What are they called? The poison sprite or whatever? Doesn't matter. I've got enough to give me infinite mana, and that's the main part about this. So long as you're doing a jump like this and just killing them in that like path, it's pretty easy. So let's get another blizzard off there. Once I've got this one off, I'm gonna jump down. Now there's no more hydras left. Now there's no hydras left, it's basically easy and GG. So kill them, kill the ones down there, and that's it. That's how you do the extended full. There's only 299 mobs. Depends on the pathing really. Oh, I didn't finish them all. Okay. Okay, there's only 301 mobs, but it depends on the pathing. Some of the times the mobs, if you follow that path, you'll have up to 335, and the lowest number you'll have is 280. Packs spawn between like 5 and 8 mobs per group, so it's just based on that number. It's not about doing you will always get 300 or whatever. I do normally get about 300, but it's 280 to 335, 335 being the highest I've got. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope that pathing helps you, and if you need any help, message me in game. Always happy to help.